Hey you guys, Carly here. So I'm at home still and I really want to paint, but I don't have any paints. Imagine that. So I have been wandering around my house trying to find things that, have a lot of color that I could possibly use for paint. I've never done this before. So I'm going to share this with you guys and we'll see if it works. So let's see. Let me show you what I've found so far. So I had some leftover coffee from this morning for this. It's got a lot of color, rich browns. So we'll see what that looks like. And then I looked in my spice cabinet and found some turmeric, which is like this bright yellow. And it usually stains my fingers when I cook with it, so it should stain the paper. And that's what it looks like when it's mixed with water. And then I went outside and I found some dandelions. So I was just gonna put these in a bowl and smush them up with a rock. See if I can do this with one hand. I don't think I can. So I'm gonna hold the phone with my knees and use both hands. Alright, so I'm gonna squish these up with a rock just to get all those juices out, and hopefully the juices will be yellow. But who knows? We shall see. Okay, so smushed that up. I'm going to add a little bit of water. Sorry. Add a little bit of water. I do have a paintbrush, no paint, but I do have a paintbrush, so I'm just going to use the paintbrush to swirl this around a little bit. I don't know, the water still looks clear. It's kind of hard to tell in this red bowl, but we'll see what it looks like when we get to the paper. I'm going to rinse my brush off a little bit. Okay. Alright, so in this bowl, I just used a spoon to dig up a little clump of mud outside of my house and mixed it with water. So this will give me more of a lighter brown than my coffee. Yeah, so we'll see. And then I've got some grass here. Looks like a little clump of mud made its way in here. Don't want my grass looking muddy. So I'm gonna add, I've already smushed up this grass with my rock. So now I'm going to mix a little bit of water with the juices that came out when I smushed it. Mix it up with my paintbrush. You know, it might be that this needs to sit a while. You know, kind of like you put a tea bag in hot water and then it becomes green or brown or whatever color the tea leaves are. I bet this is the same way. Looks like the water's already turning green though, just from smushing the grass a little bit. But I bet the longer this sits, the stronger the color will be, the more green it'll get. So, you know, that's something that we can try after this video. Sometimes things don't really work out the first time you try it, and you just have to try new things. So This is the first time. You never know what it's gonna look like. That's life. All right. All right, so cool. Got all my colors here. My paints. All right, now I've got, I made a drawing of a sunflower. So I'm just gonna paint inside of all of these lines that I've created. All right, here comes the fun part. I don't know if this is the most fun part. I really enjoyed hunting for all of these things and smushing them up too. That was pretty cool. Sometimes the process of making art is just as much, if not more fun than the actual result, you know? All right, here we go. Let's first try, I'm curious to see what these dandelions look like. So let's try these. Let's see what this looks like. Ha! Check it out! It's actually yellow. That's so cool. That's so cool. All right, cool. So, rule of painting, sometimes, in this case, is before you switch colors, which I'm about to do, wash your brush. So, I'm gonna do that. Every time I switch colors, I'm gonna wash my brush because I wanna see what each individual color looks like. You can also use, you know, one brush for every color that you have, but I only have one brush, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's look at mud, shall we? A little mud on the brush. Let's see. Wow, that's beautiful. Who knew painting with mud could be so pretty? I'm gonna clean my brush and see what the coffee looks like now. I think you could also use tea. If you have any teas around your house, that would be really good. Do you guys have any other ideas for stuff around your house that would work as paints? So that's a little bit darker. And the other, it's cool. I'm gonna see what it looks like on the paper. Yeah, that's really neat. Wow. All right, coffee. Let's see. Let's try the grass. Drawing a little leaf down here. I can't see that as well. Let's see. Womp womp. I mean, there's a little bit of color, but not as much as I'd like. I wonder if I could just smoosh this grass onto the paper with this rock. Let's see. Flip it around so I don't turn over the whole table. And again, I'm gonna hold it with my knees because I need both of my hands. Sorry guys, thanks for being patient with me. I don't make videos on the regular. Whoa! So sorry. Okay, bear with me. Oh, cool. So that actually works. Oh, jeez. So sorry, guys. But it's working. Check it out. If you could just smoosh. Actually, I'm gonna take some of this wetness here. And just rub it onto the paper. This large rock really isn't working for what I need. use the edge of this part of the paintbrush is what I'm using. It's not really working either. What about the spoon? So it seems like the rock worked the best. So I'm gonna just use that. Hopefully I don't drop it. Yeah, so I'm just kind of rubbing, I guess maybe a smaller rock might be good for this, but I'm just putting the rock on top of the grass and moving the grass around on the area of my painting where I want it to be green. And so far it's doing what I want. So for next time I'll know what I need to do, and maybe I can come up with a different way to transfer this brilliant green onto the page. And if you guys have any ideas or discoveries, please do share, because I have ripped a hole in my painting with this rock. Anyway, but it's green, yay! So I've got a green stem. All right, let's try another yellow. Let's try this turmeric. So this might be something you have to ask your mom and dad about. Just say, hey, got any turmeric? I bet they do. Turmeric is so good for your body. It reduces inflammation. Oh wow, that's so yellow. Wow, I think I'm gonna paint all of my leaves this color because I love it so much. Wow, that's gorgeous. All right, I think turmeric is my favorite, but I think I'm most surprised by the dandelion. Again, let's look at that, because, well, now I bet I have turmeric. I still have turmeric on my brush. Turmeric is really hard to get out of things. See, it's still on my brush, and it will also still be on your clothes. So I guess I should have said in the beginning, before you do this, you should wear clothes that are okay to be stained. Anyway, this dandelion mush is probably the most surprising out of all of them. I mean, I just wasn't expecting, I know this isn't the most brilliant of colors, but I wasn't expecting it to be even that yellow, so it's a pleasant surprise. I think I'll keep going with this just because, you know, just to remind me of being surprised. Just paint a few here and there. All right, back to turmeric. Hello, turmeric, my old friend. I could even go over the dandelion with some of the turmeric in areas that I want to be darker. This is my art. I can do whatever I want. And when you make yours, you can do whatever you want. Freedom! Alright, gonna paint all of these yellow. by making some darker than others, it kind of makes it look like they're moving on the page, like it's a real flower that's being hit by the light in different ways. So that's a little tip for you. And I think I might just rinse out my brush a little bit to keep this one. I really like how white this one is. It looks like the sun is shining bright on this petal. So I think I'm just going to add a little bit of color to it, but pretty much leave that white. So it looks like the sun is shining from this direction, and there's kind of a shadow here in these darker parts. Anywho, my sunflower is done, and I didn't even use paint. So anyway, that's all for today. I hope you have fun looking for your own paints. Please share what you discover with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye, you guys.